Hey everyone, thanks for joining us. The next episode of Red Valkyrie is about to start. Hello, and welcome to another episode of Red Valkyrie. I'm your host, Shae the Red, feeling very with my Norse roots today, and I'm so excited. So before I start gushing about all of this, let's go ahead and say hey to my co-host. How you doing, Cyborg Valkyrie?
Hello, everybody. I'm doing awesome, Shae. Lovely to be back with everybody. And that's the most fucking amazing cosplay ever. And thanks for bringing us in with a direct jab to your mic. That was totally cool.
No problem.
Very pro.
No problem. Look, I got horns. There's fur. There's stuff going everywhere. I'm trying to not move.
That sounds like a very adult-oriented convention.
Sai, you don't know. Maybe the mic was talking shit.
It was. She had to throw the people's elbow at it.
Fair enough.
I had to handle it. It's fine. And we're here with our good buddy, Mr. Oden. How are you doing, sir?
We're doing fantastic, especially since I came on and Shay's in this phenomenal cosplay. I like it.
Thank you.
We'll get to that. Do we want to start? Where do we want to start with? Like, I almost feel like we owe them an explanation as to what this beautiful thing is, because like people are gonna be looking on my campaign and they're like, I don't fucking see that anywhere.
Where is this character is not in this book. So before I think that you're right. I think we probably need to address the antlers in the room. But before we do, I do want to say thank you very much, Unhinged Entertainment, for your $2 for your super simp chat. I appreciate that. And then, when we were late, he was asking, how do you refund a super chat, asking for me. Sorry. All sales are final with super chats, but thank you for the $2. We appreciate it. And yeah, so all right, you know what, Oden? I'm gonna let you go. You go ahead and you drop the bombshell about all of this.
All of that. So, I like to do something special whenever I come onto a stream with people. And the first time I came on Red Valkyrie, Shae was asking if I had any female characters in the book to dress up as, and I was just like, frankly, not in the Zero issue, no.
Yeah.
And
I had to buy Roman armor.
We'll just call it Sausage Fest.
It was
so she dressed up as Achilles, and I know that she always has fun dressing up as whoever she dresses up as, but I could tell it was like, it would have been nice if you had one that I could actually like go all out with. And this book didn't fare much better. I had initially planned on this to be like a really big book, but I realized just based off of cost versus return of the Zero issue and everything, it wasn't feasible to do exactly how I had wanted to. So I had cut the next portion of the story in half, and so there wasn't going to be the character that I initially envisioned. And so and I realize I'm rambling at this point.
A little bit.
But it came to my idea. It came to my head that, what we could really do for something special is, as people are well aware, Elysian Fields is a tournament between different mythologies, and the big showdown that we're building, one of the big showdowns we're going to be building up towards, is Greek versus Norse. And so I thought to myself, what would be really freaking badass is, I know Shae, I know that she's got Norse roots. I've got Norse roots.
Hell yeah.
What if I went to Shae and see if she wants to be the model for our version of Freja that's going to be coming in here in the future? And I posed the question to her, and she was just like, yes. And it was really funny because I think that she thought that I had reference images before or what have you, because she reaches out to me here a few days ago. It's like, so do you have any reference images to go off? I was like, oh no, you misunderstand. You get to design this character.
Yes.
So what you are looking at is Freja in Elysian Fields. She doesn't show up in this book. she will get an appearance in the next to get teased for the future. But she is going to be a massive part of the book. And so Shae will be coming to Elysian Fields. This is her. And at 8,000, we are going to be doing a cosplay print stretch goal of Shae in her phenomenal Freja outfit.
Thank you. And it's for anyone who's watched the show, most of you guys know that when I'm doing these cosplays, I'm in sweatpants because you can only see from my midsection up. So normally I'm in sweatpants. I am today, however, for the cosplay print, it's going to be a full cosplay. I'm gonna go find some woods somewhere. There's trees all over here. We'll find something. But we're gonna go and make it really nice. I'm gonna make sure that we have some really awesome prints for Oden to choose from. So if you guys want to unlock that stretch goal, we need to get him to 8K. He is not super far off. We're talking under $2,500.
Yeah. And we have a lot of original art that will help us do that. So
yes,
make those artists feel happy that their art is being appreciated. We've got some fantastic stuff up there.
Hell yeah. And then obviously, you know, you get the book, you get the story. If you're really into mythology, that's like Oden's bread and butter. That's all he ever talks about.
Okay,
so much.
Hey, to be fair, I have censored myself. The last few times I was on Writers Pros, I knew Will kept goading me. Will would keep being like, well, what do you think about this, Michael? I was like, I know what you're doing, Will. You're trying to get me muted by Shae. You're going to get me booted to the back room.
Yep.
Because I'm going to go on a tangent. And I'm not going to do it. I'm not falling for it. So I have become much better behaved about my mythology rants. I do love them a good deal. I do love my myths a good deal, and that's where that is where Elysian Fields was born from, is that passion for mythology. As I've said before multiple times, you know, my dad read me a copy of the Iliad and the Odyssey as my bedtime story, and that's where this started. And, you know, grew up with other nerdy kids that did similar shit, and that's how Elysian Fields was born. There's a bunch of nerds arguing over which of their favorite mythological characters would beat the crap out of each other.
I would say it depends. It really depends on which one you're talking about. Are you talking top tier like Zeus? Like, I don't know.
Like we would kind of leave the deities out of it, because that just gets convoluted, because then you have to sift through so much. So we would generally go for like the heroes themselves. So like, you know, Gilgamesh versus Heracles, or Achilles versus Beowulf.
Ooh, going like old school, calling him Heracles instead of Hercules.
I in my book I go with Heracles. I wanted to keep, like, it's Team Hades, so I wanted to keep it Greek. Right. As opposed to the romantic versions of the characters. So every single one of the characters you see involved with Team Hades, it's the Greek pronunciations.
I love it. I think it's awesome. So thank you, Tony. There's a lot of love for this version of Freya in the chat, which makes me super stoked, because I mean, I got, you guys don't understand, I got carte blanche. He was like, you're designing it, and I went, oh, your artist is gonna hate me so much. And then I went to Michael's, and then I went to Jodan's, and then I hid my banking statement from myself because I wanted to cry.
I think you mean Joann's fabric.
Yeah,
isn't
that what I said? I said Michael's and whatever.
Michael's.
My bad.
She's too excited.
I'm so excited. You have no idea. I have gotten very little sleep over the past 3 days. And that's just for these 3 pieces that you can only see 2 of the 3. I have a fuzzy bra that you guys can't see. Sorry.
Sit up a little.
Hold on. Yeah, there you go. Okay, that's it.
I mean, because that's
that bra, man. That took forever. That alone was 5 hours just trying to stitch fur
You're
onto
right.
a bra. It was
She's sitting there stitching the fur, and all I hear is.
Fun fact, if you don't know, because you don't regularly sew with fake fur, every time you cut it sheds. I went to bed sneezing and blowing my face like all night because I was working in my bedroom. And then when I woke up the next morning, everything had a fine layer of loose fur. So it's good. I went to both. I went to Michael's and Joanne's. Thank you very much. And no, I will not sit up.
I just liked how he cut himself off mid-comment. It was just wait sit up again. I missed it.
There's replay. We need the views. Do it.
Oh gosh. All right. There you go. Woo! Are you happy now, Sai? I've done my shilling for the views.
I was telling Luke to go back and watch the replay, but that got you out of your chair and fuzzy boobs.
Why were you telling Luke when it was Jason?
Whatever.
You suck at
They're all the same to me.
Anywho,
what?
Right? I was just Sai is so disrespectful. I apologize to the chat right now for my co-hosts.
Wait, I know how we can make it better. Can you sit up again? Believe me, they'll forget about the entire show.
It's just good every 5 minutes. Everyone's just gonna take an automatic pause. Shae sits up again. Shae sits down again, and then we go back to talking. It'll be great.
Shae, you need over the cup of each side of that bra a QR code to take them to the IGG. Like left one is going to be the IGG, the right one could be a link.
QR code for that.
Yeah, the right one could be a link to our super chats or our Patreon or something.
Wow. Wow. Look,
totally not going for the least common denominator here at all. Yeah.
I'm just saying, if you guys do enjoy this cosplay so far and you want to see the full one, we got $2,500 to make for Mr. Oden. So in order for us to do that, we should probably at some point pull up the campaign and stop just looking at my furry boobs.
That might be a potentially good idea. I don't know.
Hey, mods in the chat, could you throw up the link to the campaign again real quick while Shae shows her furry boobs one more time before she shares her screen?
No. I'm not doing it again. I'm not.
I guarantee you will.
I probably will for the show. You're terrible.
I'm a terrible influence on you.
You are. You're a terrible influence on everybody.
I don't think enough people saw the fuzzy boob. Just saying.
Replay is a thing. So, Oden, would you like to watch your video? Shut up. Do you want to watch your video or?
We can play the video last. I was actually just on Mike Murphy's stream when we just watched it. So I feel like I'm going through that whole thing again. So let's just talk about the book for a little bit. I think it's a great trailer. Luke Stone put that together for me, and he just does tremendous work. I like it. And it was really funny because I told the story about me recording. I am technologically incapable of doing shit a lot of the time. And so because I'm an idiot, I thought, okay, if I'm doing this voiceover, I just need to type out everything that I need to say in the video and I'll just read it and record it. And so I did that. And I was like, when I tried to do it, I had just woken up. I hadn't really had any coffee or anything. And so by the time I got the take that I liked the most, I had recorded it 20 times. And each time I'd get a quarter of the way through or I'd get close to the end and then I'd fuck up a word and just scream, fuck, in the middle of my living room.
You know, the thing that makes me laugh is you and I live relatively close to one another, right? Mm-hmm. Video editing is a hobby of mine. So I find it hilarious that you're within an hour.
it's just one of those things, and I didn't even think about it, and it was funny because I was telling this story on another stream, and of course, someone in the comment just goes, "You do realize you didn't have to record it all at once, right? You could have recorded it in pieces, and you would have been fine." And I just went,
Exactly.
"Yeah, but not the point." Feel bad for my struggle.
Tony, thank you for the $5. Cuz boobs. It's appropriate. You know what? If everyone else is gonna show boobs, then I might as well show something. At least I sewed the thing the boobs are in.
Does that mean that I have to change my avatar now to show a little?
Yes, I'm gonna need you to show some cyborg titty because boobs. Cuz boobs. Tony requests.
Hey, just have an entire stream episode titled "Cuz Boobs." It'll be great.
It'll be this Friday.
Yeah.
You will get all of the likes. All of them.
We will until everybody shows up and goes, "No boobs," and it'll be like, "Sorry, boobs were earlier."
we're not normal people, so I mean, you could call us boobs.
Oh my gosh, what an old school rib.
You suck.
Showing your age.
Show you something.
So we had you on for 0 issue. So what's happening now that we're like actually going into issue 1?
So at the end of the 0 issue, which I have right here, we do have overstock of these bad boys.
So pretty.
Yes, they turned out quite nice. I know that Shae enjoyed her copies. When she got a hold of them, for all the backers that lived near me, I hand delivered their copies of the 0 issue, which got me some nice remarks, and then some other people who were just like, "Why did you do this?" But anyways, so at the end of the 0 issue, to get back on track,
there's a track.
There is for this. I'm doing this for myself because I've got ADD, and I know if I don't do that, then I will get lost somewhere. Anyways, so at the end of the 0 issue, Achilles is mid-fight with Gilgamesh, right?
Right.
And so that's where we pick up in Pyramid Gambit. Achilles is in the middle of this fight. He's got to prove his mettle, show that he's worthy of being in this tournament. And then we have this 80s comes together, and it's not exactly the easiest formation. There's a lot of butting heads and bumping of egos and what have you. You have these great heroes of legend that are supposed to be working together, and Heracles and Theseus have been doing this for a while, and Achilles is this arrogant asshole that comes in acting like this is his show. So there's a lot of tension there, and so they're going up against a champion that's never been defeated in the arena directly. They're going up against Imhotep, who is the champion of Osiris, and so that's what we're going to be doing here in this not in this 0 issue, in Pyramid Gambit. Is we're getting to that first real round of the tournament, establishing the stakes, establishing the rules of everything to further build on the series and further push forward. And we're doing that through 54 pages of story. I've included a character glossary on this book because we had a few people who reached out to me and they enjoyed the book, but they had some issues following some stuff because they didn't know exactly who each of these characters were. And so I've included a character gallery. It's 5 pages that goes through and just gives like brief little stints as to who each of these people are and where you can how you can find out more about them effectively.
So basically what you're saying is you don't have to have the book in one hand and like your tablet with Wikipedia opened in the other one.
Exactly. No, like you can just flip to the if you reach someone you're like, who the fuck is that? You can go back to the back of the book, and there we do have a character glossary. Nice. I also, as a nice little touch on the character glossary, every single person that has been killed in the tournament has a blood splatter over their picture.
Oh, nice.
So it's nice Mortal Kombat style fashion, which is which was pretty fun. Once I found that blood splatter thing, I was just like, and I'm going to use this all the damn time. Because
and book. You get a blood splatter, and you get a blood splatter. Blood splatters all around.
Exactly. I mean, who doesn't love splatters of blood? It's phenomenal.
Right?
That actually brings up a question. So do your demigods / heroes have ichor or real blood?
I don't really go that far into it, Sai. It's one of those things where it's like I probably could have, but at the end of the day, I just want people to enjoy heroes of epic myth just beating the ever living shit out of each other. And
are you saying that I went too far into the mythology for you?
I'm.
Shae's gonna take a nap while these two talk.
so this is the whole thing: is I'm trying to make sure that I don't go off onto too much of a tangent. Because the first one of these that I did, I went off for I think it was about an hour on just book 2 of the Iliad, talking about how it's effectively Helen talking about her own hatred of herself while letting Priam know each of the different war chiefs.
So that's interesting.
The way that this went, Sai, is Oden and Will got off on a tangent, and the amount of times that Luke and I tried to change the topic, and I'd be like Luke would be like, that's really interesting. You know what else is interesting is this, this, and this. And then Will would go, hey, Oden, so back to what you said. We were like, motherfucker. We can't get off this topic.
And that was the thing, is after a few episodes, whenever Will would want to piss Shae off, he'd just be like, hey, Oden, what do you think about this with mythology? And I did, for a while I would go with it, and then I realized, oh, he's doing this to piss Shae off. And so I'd be like, well, if I do this, I'm being put into the back room. I know it. I'm not going to do it. And so I kind of took some thunder away from him, I think.
It's okay.
I miss going on that show. Writing Pros is a blast.
Yeah. Oh, we're hoping to bring it back. We're trying to work out scheduling because obviously Sai, being a writer, we want Sai to participate. And what do you know it? At the exact time that we've always done Writing Pros, Sai has another engagement that they have to go to. So yeah. So we're trying to figure out if they're going to go earlier or later, or if Sai's just going to show up late or what.
I'm excited because Sunday it sucked because about halfway through during that first season of Writing Pros, my shift schedule changed and I no longer had Sundays off. So it became a whole thing where I wasn't really able to come on. But now I've gotten a new schedule, and so Sundays are off again. So I should be able to come on Writing Pros, which is fantastic. Luke says he wanted to kick Will in the ass of the internet. I think that a lot of people want to do that to Will through the internet from time to time.
But Will loves that. He loves pissing people off to that point, and so he intentionally does it. Like every time he gets talking to me, and he is like, "Right, because you know that your real place is in the kitchen making sandwiches," and I'm like, "Yeah." I was like, "I'm not gonna break the little man who keeps pushing my buttons. I'm just gonna ignore him."
I mean, you definitely could break it. I'm telling you, I still can't get it. I mentioned it when I came on to hang out with you guys the other night. I'm going to drop off Shae's book. I'm at her post office waiting for her to get there. And then all of a sudden this Titanic woman comes strutting up to me. And I'm like, I think she's fucking taller than I am. And I'm 6'2". So I'm just like, I'm not used to this. Like I've been in conversations with dudes that have towered over me. I am not used to looking up to a woman. This is don't have a problem with it. I did not expect it. And like Shae even told me, she's like, full disclaimer, I'm a lot taller than people think I am. And I went, okay, I've heard that before. And sure enough.
Well, it does help that when I met you, I was wearing 4-inch heels. So I was 6'5".
And that's fair. It was just still, I was completely taken back. I was just like,
yeah.
What?
So wow, very, Very tall.
Very
women
tall.
Yeah.
Like
Yes.
that was literally the first thing I said too. Like I remember I was talking to a buddy of mine like right after I was like, yeah, I was dropping off books with Shae, and like he saw our original stream that we did. He's like, oh, how was that? I was like, she's really tall.
now. Yeah.
Like
So
really
the
tall.
difference of her in heels and me is 8.5 inches. 8.5 inches. So
It's adorable.
I if I give her a hug, my face is literally surrounded by fur bra.
And then everyone in the chat went off.
The whole chat's like, wait, how much to meet Shae in that outfit with a fur bra? Be like, yeah, guys, you want that? He has to hit 6 figures. So
It's like, oh man, if I would if we went and hit 6 figures, I would be hitting you up. I was like, so you're doing meet and greets with your pillow bra. Have fun.
if you're meet and greets, I promise I will compensate you well for them. Yes, you will, because that is not happening.
Booze, free food, some bodyguards, some pepper spray.
Hey, I do
Olive.
security. I can grab all that shit from work. It's all
I
good.
know, right? Wait, you do security. Let's be real. You come
You're
hang out
not
with
wrong.
us.
Like I'm qualified to do actual work. We just don't do any.
That's fair. That's fair. All right, so back to your
So back to the campaign.
There's a campaign. I thought we were just. I thought we were just
Campaign
going
is
meet and
alive.
greets with Shae's fuzzy boobs. On my bad.
All
No.
of the possibilities. Oh goodness.
I could just see that in the airport. Doing what?
But anyways, so back to the book. The book has been overshadowed by Shae's fuzzy bra. So
As
it's
it
all,
should
sorry.
be.
it's all
Sorry.
good.
Look, I'm just giving you the best possible character depiction of Freya.
100%. I have no problems with it whatsoever.
You also don't have to draw it, so
Yeah, I don't have to. I mean, I'll probably like every now and again. I like to like see how Marcelo draws things, and then I'll try and replicate it, or I'll because like you've seen, I did a cover for this book. So like I dabble in drawing. I am not at a level where I'd be like, yeah, I'll go draw a book. Like I can do like basic character stuff, and if I get something together, sometimes I'm happy to be like, yeah, I like for instance with that creator one, I had posted that up in the Writing Pros chat, and Luke was like, dude, you should make that your creator. You should make that a creator cover. Like Richard C. Meyer did that for the Expendables book, and he's done that for a few other things, and people buy the hell out of it. And so I was like, okay. I mean, like I was happy with it. It wasn't my intent to turn it into such, but Luke seemed to be pretty into it, and so I was like, okay, I'll throw it up there.
yeah, you got to represent on your own book, and it's not a bad cover. It's pretty badass.
Yeah, no, I was really happy with it. I did the pencil work, and then Marcelo inked it and colored it. So it really is the creator cover. It was done by both of us.
That is awesome.
And then we've got that beautiful thing. So one of the best things about getting involved in this indie industry is meeting all these fantastic artists that you never in your life would have thought that you'd ever be able to work with. And for when it came down to that for this book, there were two people in particular that I got to work with, that it was just like dream come true. And that was Scott Rosema, who did this cover, and then Kevin Sharp and Alonzo Espinoza from the Dragon Guard, who did another cover for us. And so that Scott Rosema cover is actually for we are doing a limited print hardcover edition of the book that collects the Zero issue and Pyramid Gambit, and it has an extensive art gallery of every single piece of character concept, of every pinup, of every cover, outside of the support our troops stuff, because those are special for that.
Right.
But like everything like that will be included in there, and at the the page count as I have it for that is I want to say like 150.
Whew, that's a big
Like
book.
because you've got the story all comes out to 78 pages once you include those first two books, and then all the art and everything. I make sure that each cover gets like a full page, so that way it can do that, and it's a big book. And as I said, it's a limited print, and we hit 5K, and so a soft stretch goal that we're doing is every single one of these that we make is being sent to Scott Rosema, and he's going to sign it as well.
Oh, that's very cool. And then, of course, you got your badass support the troop prints.
Yes. Oh, that's actually the cover for it.
This is the cover. Nice.
So this is the whole deal. So initially, I had the big thing that was going to be with this book was Ted Lehman and Farah Nurmaliza were doing this support our troops cover for us, and Farah is hard at work on the colors. She was going to have it for me for this stream, but she got caught up with stuff. So that will be ready here this weekend.
Nice.
So that was the initial thing. And then my buddy Phil Lockler, who's Dark Enterprises and is Demon Phil, has some pretty lofty connections with some people over at a book called Lady Death. And he told Justin Hunt, who is one of their various cover artists, about our Support Our Troops tier. And Justin served in the 10th Mountain during the initial surge.
Oh, wow.
And so he got us in touch with one another. And I told Justin about it, and he was all on board. And so he came up with this fantastic pinup that we had colored by Alonso Espinoza. And so the people that got in and purchased this book in the first 30 days, their pinups are being signed by Justin. So that's a cool thing that I just want anyone that's listening that got the Support Our Troops tier during that first 30-day window. That's our thank you to you, is your pinups for this tier are being signed and numbered by Justin. But that wasn't all Justin did. Justin designed a unit patch that will be included on this tier, and I did that for you, Shae. I did it for you because I know that you like your patches.
Patches.
And so the unit patch it's a subdued deployment patch of Cerberus. And we also have a challenge coin that is
nice.
That is of the same unit patch. And I've revealed it before, but I don't think it's up on the campaign, so I can reveal it again.
Yes, you should. That should happen.
All right, so we're gonna start with the challenge coin. Actually, we'll start with the. Give me a sec.
The best dead air ever.
Right. So while we're waiting, I just wanted to let you guys know I'm hard at work on creating something in honor of both the campaign and Shae's cosplay of it. I will be done within the next 40 seconds.
That's terrifying.
Fantastic.
I'm
excited.
Oh gosh.
But anyways, so this is the unit patch.
Moenabe. Ah.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
This is the back of the challenge coin. So we've got the Elysian Fields and the Special Forces Charitable Trust.
And did you made it so it's like a shield?
Yep.
Nice.
And there's the front of the challenge coin.
Hell yeah, that is so cool.
So as I said, all the Support Our Troops backers get this. They get the pinup from Justin Hunt, and they get the book with that Ted Lehman and Farad Nurmaliza cover. And then with it being Veterans Day tomorrow, everybody that gets in by the end of business tomorrow. So I'll just do it at midnight tomorrow. Will be eligible for an original art raffle, because Justin Hunt not only sent me his original art for the pinup, it's coming here this week, but he sent in multiple little sketches of his.
Oh, sweet.
And so all the backers that get in on that Support Our Troops tier by end of business tomorrow will be eligible for the Veterans Day raffle. So every single person that backs that, you have a chance to win free original art from Justin Hunt, which is, and I mean, if you guys have seen his work outside of just that, he's tremendously talented, and having art of his is pretty valuable. He usually sells his pencils at anywhere between $900 to $1,400, depending on the level of detail. So having just a free pencil drawing from him is something that I'm fairly certain that will be signed.
That is awesome.
So,
well, so let's go over your tiers, and so
yes,
people. Oh,
hell yeah!
Wow,
best fan art.
You missed the fur.
No, that's all the little lines.
It's right here. I see it.
No. You have a fur
bra. You need to put this on Clayton's How to Draw Comics. It'll be brilliant.
Oh my
so
God.
Shae, no one's looking at your shoulder right now. That's all I'm saying.
I spent so long on.
We have had more people join the chat since the last time you stood up. So as he goes into the tiers, go ahead and sit up a little bit as he goes through the tiers. Wolverine wasn't here.
Really?
Oh goodness.
Okay, you know what? Let's do it this way. If you want me, no, not that way. No, put me back small.
No, actually, hold on a second. I want people to see all the detail on this thing, because you killed it.
Thank you. Yeah,
and the feathers.
And there's.
It's absolutely gorgeous. She sent me the original what the concept was in her head, and it was just one of those things man, that'll be really pretty. And I mean, I don't think product.
All right, now I want to show off, because I put a lot of detail into the under part of the stupid bra. So you guys get to one more stand up, and that's it. All right, because I went and did all the little pretties and everything, and had to hand stitch fur onto a bra, and that's not easy.
Yes, we're definitely looking at the little pretties, not the big ones.
Oh gosh. Okay. Well, you can make me back small again. Thank you.
I'm full screen and grabbing screenshots to sell online. So maybe you.
Fair enough.
Then I will. Damn it. Yeah. So let's go through your tiers, so people know how they can back you.
Yeah. So our first one that we have up there is our big featured tier, and you'll notice that it has that Special Forces crest on that. That's how we annotate every single one that has donations going to the Special Forces Charitable Trust. And so what this gets you the 3 main covers of the book. It gets you the Support Our Troops package. And then obviously all of the stretch goal stuff. So yeah, for that you get we do that at 120 USD plus shipping, and it's a fantastic value, and it's really good for those collectors. I don't really have much else to say about it outside of that. We've had a good deal of people claim this one, and as I said, $10. Like, so everyone that has that Special Forces logo has that amount going towards the Special Forces Charitable Trust, which is a minimum of $10. So $10 from this tier from your purchase will go to them, and they're a phenomenal organization. The big thing about them that I really liked was it's not just about helping the veterans; it's about helping their families. They set up, widow funds. They set up tuition for helping pay for tuition for the kids. And it's something that really resonated with me because we talk about the sacrifice that the veterans make all the time, but their families are making that same sacrifice by knowing that there's a chance that they don't come back when they step out that door. And so that really hit home for me. And so that's one of the big things that we set up here and that's why this is our big featured tiers, because it gets you the best value of stuff for the best, for that price. And you know that not only are you getting a great amount of value in it, you are supporting a fantastic organization that really is making a difference.
Yeah, absolutely. That's really awesome. And I'm glad that you're doing that. I've seen a couple other people that have done like the for the troops where they're sending, bundles out to deployed troops and everything. But this is a really cool way to do it. And considering, I mean, all three of us here have served, and all three in different branches, which is hilarious. But we all we understand what it actually means and how much it does take a toll on your personal life. And so, seeing these kinds of tiers always makes it so much better. I appreciate it. All right.
So I just have to throw shade on somebody who donated 10 grand to dick cancer. This is much better. Just
I mean, throw 10K my way. I will I'll do something ridiculous. I don't even know what I'd do if somebody donated 10K to my campaign. I'd probably just weep openly on camera for like an hour. Nobody wants
you have to make your own fur bra. That's what you
I don't think anyone wants to see that either. But I mean, okay. But I'll have Shae make me a fur bra, and I'll just dance around in it and put a bag over my head. It'll be great.
You're gonna have to pay me a decent amount to make another fur bra, because
I mean, I have. If somebody
had 10 grand, you'd have some.
But anyways. So we have the next tier is the holofoil issue 0, which I have right here. We have some excess from the first campaign, and so this gets you that 24 pages of story, and it has a little art gallery. The copy of the book will be signed, and it will come with the Jim O'Reilly pinup from the first book, from the 0 issue as well.
That's awesome.
And then we have the Pyramid Gambit main cover. That's the just main edition of the book, with the cover by Marcelo Oliveira Costa. Beautiful work he's done on that, and his art in this book, I'm sure that you guys have seen just by scrolling down. But if you guys read the 0 issue and you're looking at everything that he's doing in this book, it's leaps and bounds ahead. And that's not to say that the art in the 0 issue is bad, but you always want to be pushing to better your craft and everything. And Marcelo has really done that in this book. The panels are that much more dynamic. There's so much more energy in the fights. We've taken every bit of criticism that we've gotten and tried to up the ante with this book in every way possible. And so, yeah, that's the main cover of the book. Then we have the Dragon Guard variant, which I think. So let's see, how many backers are there on that? There's 29. All right, between that and the whole enchilada, which I think is technically 10 backers, because we had 2 people who wanted that tier, but they donated a very large amount to have extra sent to the Special Forces Charitable Trust. there are still spots for the first 50 backers between the whole enchilada and the Dragon Guard. You can that cover will be signed by Kevin.
That's awesome.
So that's another big one. The creator cover, I mean, every single book in this campaign is being signed by me. So for that one, I will also sign I generally like to sign on the interior cover because I don't feel right signing somebody else's art as somebody that does art myself. And while most of these guys have included digital signatures, it's still just a personal thing where I don't feel comfortable doing that. But I will be signing the cover on that because I did draw it, so I can take credit. I can give myself that pat on the back.
And I will be signing prints of my picture of Shae. Yeah.
Hey, that's gonna be added. That's part of the 8K stretch goal. You get the cosplay print,
yes,
you get the side print.
Seriously, okay. So for real, Sai, I have a bunch of those postcards that I'm not doing a whole lot with. we're gonna have to print them up on that with your signature that's on it, and we'll just include them randomly throughout.
I am so down. It's not even fun. You guys think I'm joking, but I'm gonna come to you in like a month and be like, so.
I know you're not. That's the thing.
I promise I will spend at least twice the amount of 2 minutes that I spent on that. Because I want backers to get quality.
Yes, and Froggy says they need to be signed and numbered.
Okay, absolutely, 100%. It'll be great.
Shae, mail me one of those really expensive metallic paint markers so I can sign them.
You start signing all of them? Oh man, yeah. See,
and
the overhead on this just got really expensive.
Not really. I'm gonna draw them in ballpoint pen, but sign them in the really nice gold metallic.
Oh my gosh.
Anyways, we already talked a bit about the Support Our Troops package. I do want to point out we had somebody with a lot of integrity come out to me and let me know that the international backers weren't available to get that Support Our Troops package. And that was just a goof up on my end. I thought that I had included shipping and everything for the international buyers. I didn't. And so I created an international version with that. And as an apology for that, for any international backer that was looking to get the Support Our Troops package and wasn't able to because it wasn't available, I am including the Joe Tolliver pinup free with that as well.
That's awesome. So this is international.
Yeah, so it's same price and everything. Same amount goes to the charity, but you, in addition to getting everything else, you get the mailing list exclusive pinup for free with it as well.
Nice.
It was something that I felt would right that wrong a little bit. And then we have the hardcover collector edition. So I am allotting 100 slots. I want to make this clear. We aren't necessarily going to be printing 100 of these. I am printing only demand because hardcover ain't cheap.
Yes.
But so what you're going to be getting is however many of these that sell, you'll be getting this book and a certificate of authenticity that is effectively numbering out of how many were made. So this is a big collector's item. And yeah, no, beautiful cover by Scott Rosema, very shiny. And I wish I could have done holofoil on that, but sadly no holofoil for hardcovers and harder to do holofoil on pure bound. So there are people that do it, but it's pretty pricey.
Yeah, it's It's not cheap to try and get the hardcover editions. Just like I was talking to Adam Bill Journal, and he's like, yeah, we're doing leather bound and it's debossed and it's foiled. And I was like, Adam, how are you affording that? And he goes, oh, I'm taking a hit. I was like, okay. I was like, well,
at least,
shit,
at least he was transparent about it. It's like, oh, I'm taking a hit, but it's worth it.
Yeah, and I was like, I was hoping you had an in, because that would be badass to do for like my book that I have coming out later. And I was like, I'd really like to do that. And he was just like, oh yeah, you got to order like 250 for it to even be remotely worth your while. And I was like, yeah, I don't think that I'm gonna have 250 people that are gonna want my books. Oh, I don't know how that's gonna work.
I think that you're underestimating yourself. You have a very solid fan base here, and I am very I'll tell you what, I am itching to get to back Kill Journal solely because I want to read your short story.
Oh, thank you.
The book sounds fantastic. It's normally not my genre that I go and explore, but the moment you were like, yeah, I'm doing a short story for it, it was like, done. Say no more.
Thank you so much. That's so great. I love hearing that.
And that's,
I'm not even gonna lie. The second I found out she was doing Kill Journal, it's the first project I've ever backed.
Really?
Yeah, Sai has not backed a project before, and it's been I back all of the projects because I have a spending problem.
So she just backs for both of us because she has a steady income and I suck.
Yeah.
So yeah, but I had to spend my money on that.
It is what it is. So we do have a retailer perk on here. Not obviously no one's claimed that. I've been trying really hard to get into the retailer market. But it's very difficult and very complicated. We are offering, if anyone has a store that might be interested, we are offering a 55% markdown off cover. And we are maintaining that across the board. So if you wanted to order more than that was there, you would, we have a system in place for that where you would effectively get in contact with us and we'd establish what that amount would be. You'd purchase the retailer perk and then pay the difference off of it. And we'd invoice it and we'd send that over to the distributor over at Liberty Distribution. I went with Liberty because Varian Grant is a personal friend of mine. He's a phenomenal guy. And his mission is fantastic. If you look at his Liberty mailers, or just what he sends out, those books in, the Liberty guarantee is no joke. It's a solid box. Everything comes wrapped in bubble wrap. Every book is bagged and boarded with a personalized board with the Liberty Girl on there. Like you can't get much better for that. They're going places, and we're going to be setting up on their website as well with any overstock that we have from the prints of this to make those available for retailers to purchase as well. There's just an absolutely fantastic company.
So here's a question, since we're both Marylanders. Have you checked out Third Eye?
I'll talk to you about that off of screen.
See, I had a feeling. I went in, like, when you go in and the first person that greets you is named what did I say his name was? Di, do you remember?
No, this is where
it was like Tristan or something weird like that. And I was like, your parents didn't name you this. You renamed yourself as an adult, didn't you?
Probably.
So
and I live in Virginia. I don't live in Maryland.
Oh, that's
right. Third Eye was actually the reason why I wanted to do a retailer perk in the first place, and that's why I created one for the first campaign towards the end. Because they are a massive store. They're one of the biggest ones in the East Coast. And they claim that they're very indie friendly. And I have I have no doubt that if you are indie and certified by Diamond, more than likely they hit you up. But I will just say that my experience trying to deal with them was not positive, and I will leave it at that.
That is sad, and I wish I was surprised. So we'll just swiftly move on. Okay. So we have original art. Ooh.
Yes. So that is the Joe Tolliver original art. So with that tier, every single original art tier comes with a copy of the book that it corresponds with. So for the Joe Tolliver pinup, for the Joe Tolliver art, you get the main cover of the book. Now, if you do want a different cover than that, I am not going to tell you no. You invested $400 into my campaign. I'm not going to tell you to piss off and take what you can. Just shoot me a message, and I'll make sure that you get the cover that you'd like. But I do want to point out that that original piece is massive. I'm trying to pull it up because I asked him what it was. 19 by 24.
Ooh, that is a big one.
It is very large. I kind of put Joe through the ringer on this.
Sai, shut up.
that is massive. That is very large.
I kind of put him through the ringer on that. He was like, "What are you thinking?" And I just started like throwing shit out there, and he was just like, "That's a lot." And I said, "Yeah, but it'd be cool." Like, agreed, it'd be cool, but it's a lot. And so Joe did that fantastic piece, and for $400, it is whoever purchases it, and you get a copy of the book as well. And yeah, so that's that one. And then the next is the Kevin Sharp original art for $700, and so for that you get the original artwork of Kevin Sharp's cover, and then you also get a copy of his version of the book, and I will also be sending whoever gets this, I will be sending their copy of the book to get signed as well, because there's no way that you're going to be paying $700 for an original art piece and the book that you get isn't signed by the artist. I think that is a fair ask.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And then we've got the Scott Rosema original art. So this comes with his original pencils, and you get a copy of the hardcover collector edition of the book, which again is about 150 pages and has a signed certificate of authenticity. And then so that's for $900. And then the Justin Hunt original Warcry art, that's $1,000. But I'm not actually going to be getting any of that money. The entire price point for that is going to the Special Forces Charitable Trust. So if you really want to spend and make sure that your money's going to the right place, this is the one to do. You get the original art from Justin, which will include I believe he's sending me his original pencils and inks. I'm including both of them on that package.
Nice.
And you will get the Support Our Troops package as well. So you'll get that special cover of the book. You'll get the challenge coin and the pinup, and the unit patch, and all of that is going to the Special Forces Charitable Trust.
Awesome. That is super badass. Well, there are a ton of great perks that you guys can get in on. A couple of those perks that'll help get us real close to that 8K and the new stretch goal that we just created live on stream, because why the fuck not?
Absolutely.
And I'm really excited to see us get to that point, simply because I really want to finish this cosplay and go running around in the woods keep in mind, it's almost December. It's going to be cold as shit. I'm still going. I was like, I don't care.
Help us get to 8K sooner so that Shae isn't like prancing around in the cold.
So I'm freezing.
Don't want her to get sick.
I'm still going to be freezing. It's going to be great. It's going to be amazing. And you guys know that you definitely want to get in on that. So please, let's make sure that we share this out back and get him up to 8K. We've got 11 days left. And then you are going into man, correct?
We are going into man, and we will likely keep the plan is to keep the campaign open through the if I can talk, through the new year, and we will likely close it off that the first few, like we'll probably close the in demand on like January 1st, and then it takes like 2-3 days for it to like really kick in from what I experienced with the Zero issue.
Yep.
And then as you said, 8K, we're doing that beautiful cosplay pinup of Shae's phenomenal cosplay, and then at 10K we are adding the other new tier, which are the statues, and
nice.
Those look badass. I've posted those up. People have seen them, and they look pretty freaking cool. So
this is what happens when you give Sai power on a stream. All right, so we got a couple of questions. We are already an hour in because we've just been having too much fun. So I'm going to get through a few of these questions, and then I think it's probably a good time for us to wrap. What do you think, Oden?
I'm down with whatever.
Nice. All right, so our first question from Unhinged. She said, what printer did you use for your holofoil cover?
Hero Villain Designs. If you are looking for a good printer that will give you a fantastic deal, Hero Villain is probably the greatest. I would have stayed with them for this book if they had a pure brown printer. So like that is too easy of a question. Every single holofoil that they do comes bagged and boarded as a part of the cost. So nice. You're really getting your value there.
Absolutely. That is super badass. We had a question much earlier, to the point that I can't even scroll all the way up to find it, from Pastmaster Dan. He was asking about hand turkeys, because he pops in, and even when he can't stay in the chat, he decides we're at least going to ask about hand turkeys. Do I need to make you a hand turkey for this campaign? Is that going to be included in the Freya pinup? We'll do a Freya cosplay. Shae will do a hand turkey. Sai'll do size drawing of me.
Sure, we'll just roll with it.
We'll just throw it all in. It'll be fine.
It'll be like the commie Mark Dick drawings that he sends out with his book.
Yeah. Yeah, about that. I got my bourgeoisie pack, and thank you, Mark. Thank you. That was he sent me his version of a hand turkey.
Oh God, I don't even want to know.
Yep. Everything you just thought, that's what I had.
Exactly what you would expect.
It was something.
I'm sure it was.
You know. All right, and then of course, Frog G with our standard question that usually comes from Jason. If you could be a tree, what would it be and why? Asking for a friend.
I don't know enough about trees, I feel, to answer this question adequately. We'll just go with evergreen.
Because it's the only tree you could think of?
No, I thought of like oak, pine, and a few others, but like
sycamore, cherry.
Yeah, like I just not a tree guy. So we'll just go with evergreen. And why? Because paganism. I don't know.
Okay. Well, could you really ask for more than that? All right. I am super excited to see this campaign just keep going. You've already 280% funded, which is amazing. You still have 11 days left. You're going to stay in demand at least through 2020.
Yes.
So there are still opportunities for you guys to back this book, but don't wait. Mostly because Shae doesn't want to freeze her ass off in January.
Yes, exactly. Like go out there and do that. Do your thing with the getting her. Get us to 8K at the very least within the next 11. I would love for us to get to 10K, but for Shae's sake, get us to 8 for like for at least getting that cosplay done.
Right?
Like because I don't want her to get sick. Nobody wants.
I won't get sick, but I'm definitely gonna need, like, somebody's in like a really horrible accident and the police bring out those like reflective blankets that reflect your body heat back at you. I might need a couple of those to go out with me.
I was thinking a nice Saint Bernard with some whiskey.
Yes, exactly. It'll be great. I'm just gonna do like 3 shots of whiskey real quick, and then I'm gonna go run out into the woods and be like, okay, picture. Okay, we're done. It'll be great. Frog G says, Odin got my support today. Thank you very much. I appreciate that so much. Teddy says, is that Sai? No, it is a doppelganger. Yes, that is Sai. Sai is back if you have missed it.
Yeah, and I think that he was kind of alluding to who was going to warm you up in the icy grips of death when you're out there cosplaying. So yes, that will be me too. I will be bringing electric blankets.
And Gabe said, I got issue 0 and it was great. I can't wait for this one. Thank you so much for the support. We love all of you guys. You are amazing as always. Please share this out. Let's get the man to 8K. Let's get the man to 10K. Let's do some really cool stuff with some statues. That would be awesome.
Hell yeah.
And Sai, you got any parting words?
8K, get my sketch.
8K to get Sai's sketch. The most important part of the 8K tier is obviously Sai's sketch. That needs to happen. But yeah, so thank you so much, Odin, for coming and hanging out. I'm glad that you like the creation.
It is fantastic. And I mean, seriously, people like do it for yourselves. You know, you want to see like the full cosplay of like this is ridiculous. Like I couldn't have hoped for this to be as freaking awesome as it is. Like,
thank you.
Like you guys, you like it. As much as you're doing me a favor, you're doing yourselves one.
And if you want to get a little bit better look at this, is like, because obviously my green screen is having some fun with some of the foliage and stuff. Foliage, whatever. Go check out my Twitter banner I just uploaded. So this is one of the featured parts of the banner, and you can get another closer look as to exactly what this is going to look like for a full print. So yeah, it's going to be tons of fun. But thank you guys so much for hanging out. Please do not forget to like, share, and subscribe to Red Valkyrie. Yes, regeneration cycle. I like how you did that, Sai. We got that going Friday. Our part 2 celebration stream is going to be this Saturday. We're starting that at 3 p.m. Eastern. So if you missed out on part 1, please come hang out with us for part 2. We are going to give away all of the shit. Have all of the shit, and it needs to leave my office. Damn it. But yeah, thank you guys so much for hanging out with us, and we will catch all of you beautiful people next time. We'll see ya.